Everybody, we're here live at our Cinder tasting room in Garden City, Idaho. I'm Melanie Krause. I'm the head winemaker for Cinder, and today I have a guest. Lots of you, I'm sure, recognize her, Kristen Lawrence.
Hi, I'm Kristen Lawrence, a sales associate with Cinder Wine, employee number 1, or otherwise known as serial number 001.
We've known each other a long time, is what that means.
Yes,
Yeah.
a long time.
So hopefully everybody's got your rosé there. Kristen, do you mind? It's 5 o'clock and I'm starting to get thirsty.
Let's do this.
Well, Kristen's pouring us our glass of wine. Let's see, some announcements. So this is a series, everybody, we're doing throughout this COVID mess. So next week, Off Dry Riesling will be our wine. Be sure you get it. If you didn't get it in your allotment, order some or pick some up, because it's delicious and so many different pairings. And we'll be live every Friday at 5 o'clock. And then if you miss that, it's posted on our YouTube channel. And we would like everyone to join in the conversation today, asking questions, telling us where you are, what you're up to, and your pairing suggestions. That'll make it more fun for Kristen and I if we have some interaction. Thank you. Welcome. So, all right, everybody, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's drink some rosé.
Social distancing. Thank you.
Speaking of social distancing, did you follow through? Did you do it?
I did. Did you?
I did it. It's
All
obvious.
right. We're true to our word.
We made a little agreement in solidarity with all the women over the age of 35 out there. We did not use any root concealer.
No.
I can't really tell with you, though.
I may have cheated a little bit, but not with the concealer. So one of the luxuries of having shorter hair is you can kind of do that tousle thing and hide your part. So I'm calling this the young Justin Bieber look, and may gain me a little more time. Just
Clever.
a little.
Well, I'm going for the COVID gray look, where you intentionally try to get a stripe right down the part
Hot.
line. I know. It's sexy. I'm into it.
Let's own it and embrace it, ladies.
Anyway, enough about our hair. So, moving on to rosé.
Yeah.
Do you like this one?
I love this rosé.
Any memories about rosé?
So, part of what I really love about this, whenever I enjoy a glass of rosé, is it always reminds me of when I first met you, Melanie. And it was actually back when our husbands worked together at Micron, and we used to have these sushi parties at our house. And so Melanie brought a dry rosé, a Viognier, and a Syrah to our home. And I had never experienced any of her wines before. I was very excited. I've been hearing really great things. And but I saw that pink, and I was a little hesitant. So, but yeah, of course, Melanie being Melanie, which is part of what I love about her. She kind of,
I was pushy.
a little bit, a little bit. That's part of why we get each other. But the dry rosé, she had put it in my glass. I'm like, okay, I'll be nice. I'll try it. Wow, game changer. I was like, oh, that's what a rosé is supposed to taste like. We're going to get along just fine. So,
As I recall, that was so early. Did you push go? Did you push stop? Oh.
network connection.
What?
Low network connection.
No network connection. What?
I think we're back on.
Here we go. You're live again?
Okay. Sorry about the interruption. Hopefully everybody can hear us again. So I was just asking you, why would you be reluctant to try a glass of pink wine?
You know, when you first start experiencing wine, I think in your early 20s, a lot of us are reminiscent of those sweeter wines and the white Zinfandels, and kind of definitely grew up.
But it is very, very
again?
fruity.
I don't know what to say, guys.
Where's that router at?
Should
You're on Wi-Fi. There you go. You're back on again.
Okay, we're back again. So Let's see. I think I left off saying that the yeast eat all the sugar, convert it to alcohol, and at that point, when there's no sugar left, is what we call a dry. And so, the thing that's kind of tricky about this wine is there's so much fruit flavor packed in there that it seems almost like a sweet wine because you're just getting such intense fruit extract out of it. But truly, there's no sugar left in here, so it makes it more refreshing, especially for your summer drinking, where nobody wants to drink something super hot in the heat, I don't think, or at least most adults. So this is more like your flavored sparkling water versus your Coke or something. So
Perfect example. Yep, I would agree.
So Syrah, we make this out of Syrah.
Yeah, so you consistently, I should say, have made the dry rosé out of Syrah. So how does that work exactly? So you're taking a grape that people typically know as a red wine, a big red wine. How are you making it in a white wine style?
Okay, so basically you can take any red grape variety and turn it into a rosé by using white wine making techniques. So what I've done is I've taken Syrah that my growers grew specifically to be rosé for me. We harvest it way earlier than the red grapes, the grapes for red Syrah, so that it's much fresher. It's got less alcohol in the end. It has higher acidity because the fruit was less ripe. Pick it early, bring it into the winery, and then the really huge difference between reds and whites is the amount of time that the juice stays in contact with the skins. And so with a white wine, you take the grapes and put them right into the press them off the skins, and start with a big tank full of white grape juice. Whereas with a red wine, you're going to bring them in, destem them, and ferment for about a week, where the juice and the seeds and the skins, they're all in there together, and you're extracting all the beautiful color out of the skin. So the rosé is made just like a white wine, except that we do destem it, and that slight tearing of the skins that happens when we destem it is just enough to allow some color to come out and get this nice pink color. So with this,
beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's super rich because it's Syrah. In the scale of rosés, it's a really rich pink. So we just we destem it and put it straight into the press. And the 2.5 or so hours that it takes to press the wine is the time it takes for this color to appear. So other grape varieties, which I tell you all about in my Mother's Day special, take much longer than that. But Syrah's a rich wine, so it doesn't take long to get this pink. And then after that, once we've pressed it and we start fermenting it, it's white wine treatment, so that means that we ferment it cold, slow. That helps us capture all of the beautiful aromas, and we try to get it into the bottle as quick as we can. Another thing that helps us capture maximum aromas.
Beautiful. Game changer.
Thanks. So I was going to ask you, Kristen sometimes has some really weird pairing suggestions.
I said, think outside the box.
Is this the wine that you like to pair with, what are those candies?
Oh, the Good and Plenty's?
Good and Plenty's.
Actually, no. This is not the wine. It's actually the dry Viognier that I like to pair with the Good and Plenty's. But
So strange.
I know. It works. Trust me, movie night, you're welcome. So,
What's your favorite pairing with the rosé?
I just actually discovered my most recent favorite pairing with the dry rosé. Our friends at the Wilder, we went and did a pickup. Now that they're back doing the pickup again, yay! And got their pizza, which is called Gem State of Mind. It has potatoes, caramelized onions, sage, rosemary. Perfect with the dry rosé. So thank you, Wilder. It was awesome. Appreciate it. Highly recommend it. Check it out.
That sounds good. Well, since you mentioned the long-forgotten sushi party, all I can think about now is sushi.
Oh, yeah.
With this, which would be an incredible
Because
pairing.
this could handle, I think, a little bit of spice, too. With the wasabi, I think absolutely this would hold up and be also amazing.
Yeah, I think so. And wasabi's a different sort of spice than the heat that comes from chili peppers, which is what I think is really clashes with with most wines. Let's be honest. You can kind of get away with it if there's a little bit of sugar, like the off-dry Riesling. But wasabi is sort of a different sensation. You know, it hits you all up in the sinuses. So I think you can get away with a lot of wines with wasabi.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
And somebody asked a question in the crowd, which is good, and that is, why don't we see a lot of rosés made out of Cabernet? I mean, occasionally you do, but not too much. And that's an awesome question, because mostly what you want to make rosés out of are the varieties that can be harvested early and taste fruity. So if we pick a Cabernet really early, like for example, we pick for rosé at about 21 to 22 bricks, which is sort of like saying percent sugar. But Cabernet or Syrah, we're going to pick way riper, like 25, 26 bricks. So if you pick a Cabernet at 21 or 22 bricks, it's probably going to taste a lot like bell pepper, green pepper, something vegetal in your glass, which isn't very attractive. So the varieties that we like to use, like Syrah, Grenache, Mourvèdre, Cinsault, Tempranillo, those are all varieties that you can pick them really young, and they just don't have all those vegetal flavors. So they make really nice, crisp, fruity, you know, not too high in alcohol rosés. Nice. Well, let's see. We have some announcements to do, I think.
Is it?
Oh, hang on.
Hang on.
Joe's got another question for us.
Oh, somebody's suggesting everything halibut.
Well, everything
Okay.
Okay.
I must really love halibut.
So we've got pairing suggestions of halibut or anything, which is good with me.
Bobby!
Shout out to Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
He was maybe employee number 1, and then Kristen was employee number 2 or something
Legit.
like that.
Aww.
Okay, another question here. How do you farm rosé? Okay, so that's a good question. So here at Cinder, we do all of our grapes so far by contract farming. So we have about, depending on the youth or age of the vineyard, 3 to 7 year contracts with most of our growers. And they're for specific blocks or specific rows. So we know exactly which grapes are going to go to us and what wine they're going to become and that sort of thing. So we have growers that grow Syrah for us, both for red Syrah and for rosé. And so the rows that are going to be for rosé, they do much heavier tons per acre yield on them. So for example, we shoot for about 6 tons per acre, which is pretty heavy yield for around here. And if it goes into 7, it's okay, because what we're looking for in a rosé is really crisp, fresh flavors and somewhat light on the tannins. So that's gonna be helpful if there's more fruit in order to get those flavors. And then with the red Syrah, that's farmed totally different. We target at most about 4 tons per acre, and they totally water it less so that the berries are smaller, and we ripen it more. So all these little tweaks to both the farming and the winemaking are making the red Syrah all that rich color, flavor, tannin. We're packing it in there. So when these 2 grapes come in, they look completely different. You know, the rosé Syrah berries are probably that big, and the red Syrah berries are about that big. They're maybe 75% the size or even 50% the size. So they're really different animals when we make them. Any more questions from the crowd before we start wrapping up here?
Why don't we love rosé?
So the question is, why do you love rosé?
It's just so easy, and it's got, I think it's definitely not one-dimensional. It's dry, but it has a lot going on. Beautiful, soft, big fruit, layers. I've said hints of strawberry, hints of vanilla. I get a little bit of, just a hint of like baking spice, maybe cinnamon. But it holds up with pretty much anything I'm going to throw on my barbecue in the summer, which is part of why I love it in the summer. But also just great sipping on its own on the patio, for sure.
Yeah, or the wine that you're cooking with.
For sure.
In the summer. Yeah.
The cook?
Oh, well, the wine I'm cooking with. Okay, another question here. Is there any benefit to letting a rosé age? Well, generally speaking, with rosés and with white wines, if you like them fresh and really fruity, you should drink them pretty young. So, like within a year or two of buying them. They're not going to go bad by letting them age, but they will change. They'll evolve much quicker than red wines. So they'll go from this fresh, fruity aromas or floral aromas towards nutty, warm aromas. If aromas could be colors, they'd start to be like more brown or more warm. Within, I would say, like in the 3 to 4 year time frame. So for myself, I like to drink them quick. But if you like aged reds or aged whites and rosés, which a few people do, then go for it. They're certainly not going to go bad. They're just going to evolve into something a little different. I think we have one more question here. 2 more questions, we say. Okay, so Katie, I think that is, wants to know, what would you say is the strength of each of the rosés that we released? Well, let's see. I talk about them really in depth on the Mother's Day video that I recorded this morning, which will be live, I think, tomorrow. So check our YouTube channel. Or actually, what you're supposed to do is go to our website, I think.
Go to our website. It should be on.
I'm going to screw this all up. Somebody else will let you know that. But, so the 3 rosés that we produced, this one, which is our Rosé of Syrah, a Rosé of Cinsault, and a GSM Rosé, which is a blend of 3 rosés made of Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. They're all dry, beautiful, crisp wines, so they have that in common. But each one of them has different flavor profile, different finish and texture. So the differences are nuanced, but they're significant, especially if you lay all 3 out and taste them side by side. I would say the GSM is going to be the most crisp and sort of Southern France style. It's like a crisp, lean, cool experience. The Cinsault has surprising, it's really pale in color, but it has a surprising amount of aromas. The aromas are magnificent, floral, and the texture is, it has a lot of body, a little bit more tannin than the other 2. And then the Syrah, I think its strength is just how rich and round it is. You know, even though it's dry, it's just got this totally amazing round texture.
It's awesome. Do you want to answer this one or me too?
You do it.
I personally, actually, because I just actually tried this, Manchego, recommended cheese pairings. Sorry, Dan. Recommended cheese pairings for the dry rosé. I would say right now my strongest is going to be the Manchego. I think it just really balances out the fruit again. But again, that's my most recent.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes with some of our wines, like our dessert wines, we recommend something really strong, like a blue cheese. But this one, you know, you don't need that sort of strength. You can just go with much kind of mellower, milder pairings, I think. Like, especially if you're doing a platter and you've got goat cheese spreads on crackers and things that kind of remind you of spring. Put a little strawberries or something across the top of them. That'd be super yummy.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
okay. Well, our directors seem to be satisfied with where we are right now, so we're going to move on to the announcement.
Yay! So it is time to announce the winner of Where Do You Cinder? We have so enjoyed receiving all those photos that you guys have been sending in. Thank you so much. It's just been a blast seeing you guys' creativity. You guys are amazing, and you are continuing to surprise and wow us all the time. So, are we doing a drum roll?
Sure.
Drum roll. Winner. First, let's show you what you're going to win. So this is the package right here, the prize. And the prize this week is going to go to Heather Didana. Yeah, congratulations. Awesome photo of you homeschooling your kids. If you haven't seen them, you guys really need to go to our Instagram, or is our website, or?
Well, Facebook.
Facebook, and check out those photos that have been sent in. The 3 finalists are going to be there, and again, you guys are all so clever and funny. And a shout out, honorable mention to Aaron Volk, who came in second place.
great photo.
Great photo of
It's a
you
really
hiding in the
hard
closet and drinking in the closet. And I really need to know where you got those sunglasses. They're amazing. So, congratulations. You guys are awesome. It's been so much fun. Continue sending those photos in, and we'll pick a winner again next Friday.
So in case anybody's been procrastinating, you've got one last chance here to pick up your bouquet of rosé for Mother's Day. Our Saturday hours for the drive-through are 11 to 6. And I mean, if you don't have it by Sunday, I think you're kind of screwed. But just in case, we do have reduced hours on Sunday because it's Mother's Day. We'll be doing 1 to 5 on Sunday. And then back to normal hours after that.
I couldn't see that.
Oh, let's show it again. All right, my bad. This is why I need a director. There we go. There is the prize.
Let's see. And otherwise, I think we are on to the secret code for
Special
the week.
code, yeah.
If you order 3 bottles or more, here's the code. You can get a free Cinder t-shirt. Put t-shirt in your order notes somewhere. That's what the t-shirts look like.
It's the Cinder, puts you in a good state t-shirt, comes in the navy blue or gray. Small, medium, large, extra large, I think is what we have. It is a unisex shirt. I personally wear a small, and I'm obsessed with them. I love them. So get that code in there.
Okay, good. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We really hope you enjoy a wonderful Mother's Day weekend.
Yes. Drink pink.
Drink pink. Cheers.